Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful Monday, and welcome to my annual spring sale preview. We're going to be looking over almost 35 Crested Geckos that are going to be for sale this coming Friday, April 14th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on my website, SoStickReptiles.com. There'll be a link down below in the description. So all the geckos that you see in this video today will be for sale this coming Friday, so feel free to go over there and check it out if you're in the market. But before we get into looking at the actual geckos, I want to talk about a couple things that have changed over last year that I actually hopefully help you if you're considering buying a gecko from me. So the first thing that I did is I went through and I porched all the juvenile and young adult geckos. So this is something I haven't done in the past, but this year I went through. The smallest gecko is about 8 grams, so I porched everything in this sale, so you can make hopefully a better buying decision, and you'll know and have a better guess of what your sex might be of the gecko you want. So it turned out to be about 50% female in this sale and 50% male, or probable female, probable male. So I hope that's something that's useful to you as well, because I got a lot of requests for that last year. And the second thing that I did this year, which I think no other Crested Gecko breeder is doing, it doesn't matter if the geckos were $100 or $1,000, each gecko got their own short video over on my second channel called Stick Reptiles 2. You can search it up if you want. There'll also be a link down below in the description to that if you wouldn't mind heading over there and checking it out. Maybe dropping a sub as well. That channel is going to be used exclusively for uploading sale videos of geckos that I have for sale. So if you go over there right now, if you're watching this video, you can check it out and you can see an individual video for every single gecko that I have for sale in this spring sale. And so when you go to my site to purchase a gecko, there will also be a thing under the gecko that says, hey, did you know there's a video for each of our geckos? And you can click on that and it'll bring you to that YouTube video. So feel free to go over there and check it out if you want to see an individual video of each gecko that's going to be for sale. I'm not talking in the video, so you don't have to hear my voice either. But with all that being said, let's jump into our 2023 sales preview. So I'm going to be doing it like I normally do, top down. I broke it down into categories this year. So our first category is $1,000 and up, and there's only 2 geckos in this category. We have this humongous lily white female, ready to breed. She's 80 grams. This is a big girl. I named her Snow White. I should have named her Tank. She's absolutely massive. I don't have a male that I could probably even put with her if I wanted to. She could use a little bit of a diet. She is humongous. She's large, very large. The other gecko we have in this category is a ready-to-breed lily white male. Very pretty. He's got great structure, great coverage, just that nice thick white patterning as well. I really like this one. He does have 1 or 2 very, very small little Dalmatian spots from what I saw. I think there's Dalmatian spots, or they could just be dark pattern, but I think they're Dalmatian spots. The next category is $500 to $1,000, another pretty small category. We have this extreme harlequin female. She's ready to breed. I think she's about 70 grams, maybe like 65. And she's got great coverage, great structure, dark base. I really like her, but as you know, I'm selling off a lot of my extreme harlequin stuff, and she's got to go. She's ready to breed. She's very nice. Also in that category, we have this lily white 100% het phantom. This is a male. Very nice. I really like this one. If you saw my Keep or Yeet video, we talked about him in there as well. He's from a red and dark base lily white pairing. So he is 100% het phantom. He's got kind of like a darkish brown base, but he's really cool. He's got that nice solid dorsal and that pinstripe going on. This guy is really cool. Let's move on to our next category, which is $400 to $200. This is where the majority of the geckos fall, but there is quite a good amount under $200 as well. And let's start off with this orange blotch female gargoyle gecko. This girl's very pretty female. She's about 30 grams. I really like her, and I don't get too many gargoyle geckos, but she's very pretty. A few of these are going to be in a small group just because a lot of them are the same, and I don't need to go through each individual one and tell you what it is. It's pretty obvious to see what it is. So our first 2 here are very nice dark-based, kind of creamy, borderline extreme harlequin area. These are both probable females, both very nice, both dark-based, both from the same parents right here. Very nice. I really like both of these. These are the 2 nicest probable female babies that I have in this sale. After those 2 nice dark-based animals, we have these kind of muddy red harlequin slash pinstripes. Both of these are 100% het phantom. They're on that borderline between what I would call red and what I would call kind of muddy based, so I labeled them as muddy red harlequins or pinstripes. Both of these are probable females, both very interesting and 100% het phantom. After that, we have this beautiful little yellow extreme harlequin. This one has a lot of pattern. None of it is really cream colored, but it is very nice nonetheless. And this one's got a lot of pattern already as a small juvenile, so I can't wait to see what someone gets with this one when it develops fully and turns into adult. Next up, we have this probable male kind of muddy red 100% Het Phantom. This one's pretty cool as well. Got that nice pinstriping going on. This one's not as red as the other two, but is still from the same parents, so this one's kind of in that muddy-ish territory, but these are still pretty nice nonetheless. Now here's something a lot of you have been asking me for. Here we have two nice red phantom probable females. This is from one of my OG pairs. Here's an example of a couple of the other geckos that came out of this pair. You can see that there's a lot of nice reds. These two haven't colored up yet. They're still small. I think they're both under 10 grams, so they haven't reached their full red potential yet, but there's a high probability they will turn out very nice in red. And these are a bargain deal, honestly. Normally I would probably charge double for these if I have to grow them up. So if you want to take a nice little red phantom and grow it up and probably get a very nice red female out of it, I'd highly suggest buying one of these because the ones I'm going to sell later in the year are going to be adult size and they're probably going to be about double in price. So if you want a nice red phantom female, here's two of them. Come check them out. They're both really nice and I think they're going to be stunning adults as well. Next up, let's do a big group of animals. Here we have 7 nice dark-based animals, which range from like a dark brown to more of a dark black base. None of them are super dark, but still nonetheless, I would consider these to be dark-based. They got some nice orange coming in, a few little cream spots, maybe some cream here and there. A few of these are probable females, a few are probable males, but they all basically look about the same. And so I don't think I need to go over each individual one, but yet they're going to be for sale. And if you want to check out individual videos of each, head over to my second channel and check it out there. You can see them walking and moving around, and maybe you find one that you like a little bit more than another. Next up, we have 2 more red phantoms. Again, these are about the same as before. They're smaller, so they're not fully bright red, but these are probable males, so they're a little bit less. They're closer to the $200 mark rather than those other ones, which are a little bit closer to the $250 mark. So these ones are probable males from those same pairings again. They got some nice little white spots coming in and that little white striping coming up from their tail area. These are very nice as well, and I suspect these will also be nice and red when they're adults. They just got to take a little bit of time to grow up and get a little bit bigger. And that's going to make up for our $400 to $200 category. Next up, we're in the $200 and under category. So everything here is $200 or less. And we'll start off with a cute little red phantom. This is a probable male as well. This one ended up getting a lot of oil spots. Oil spots are not Dalmatian spots. They're like more of a faint light spot. Not quite sure how this happened because neither of the parents had this. And I've produced, I don't know, probably close to 50 babies from that pair over the years. And I don't think I've ever seen that on any of the other ones, so how that happens, I'm not quite sure. But yet, this one still has some little oil spots, so it's a little bit cheaper than those other 2 males that we looked at earlier. So if that's something you're into, this is a great deal for you, and you can get a nice little red phantom as well. After that little red phantom, we have another unique little gecko. This is a lavender or a light-based quad stripe, 100% Het Phantom. This popped out from a lily white to red phantom male pairing. Ended up being very light based, kind of got that quadding going on, pinstripe, and it's not gotten any darker. I cannot get it to fire up any darker, so it's very light. I don't think it'll be red, but I guess it could be from that light tan base. But it's also 100% Het Phantom, so this is kind of a unique little gecko, and again, under that $200 price point. After that, we have kind of another interesting one under 200 bucks. This is what I labeled as a red question mark Harlequin, 100% Het Phantom. So this one might be red, it's hard to say. In the video I took a few days after I snapped the photos of it, it looks a little bit more red. So maybe this one will be red. It's hard to say though, but it is 100% Het Phantom again from a phantom to normal gecko pairing. So it might be worth rolling the dice on this little guy. After that little red harlequin, we have another group of dark harlequins. So as you can see here, these are a little bit less patterned than the other ones. These are probable males. They're all got that dark base, a little bit of cream, a little bit of orange. Very nice, just a distinctive look. And so these guys are also here under $200. And the last 2 geckos to take us home for the spring sale of 2023 are these 2 little kind of dark brown based 100% Het Phantom Crested Geckos. These are kind of interesting. I bet in the past these would have slipped under the radar as having the Phantom gene because they look nothing like a Phantom really. These are kind of unique and they are our cheapest geckos for this sale. Very interesting looking. I really like these 2. If they were red, I would probably keep them, but they are kind of a weird, interesting dark brown base. So if you decide to breed these, let me know, and I'd like to see the babies from them when you do get some. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching this sale preview video. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you'd like to head over to my second channel and see a individual video about all of these, you sure can. There'll be a link down below in the description. Anyway, with that being said, thank you so much. I'll see you on Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at my sale, and I hope to see you in my next video.